Hey guys, back out in the shop. 05 GTO. We are today going to be painting the whole car, the rest of it. Yesterday we painted the underside of the hood, as you can see here, and the rear bumper. They both turned out great. We can go take a look at that here in a minute. But yeah, we'll flip the hood over, scuff the top side a little bit, make sure we didn't get any overspray on it from doing the bottom. Mask everything up and with clean, fresh paper and tape and plastic, and get this thing sprayed. So let's go take a look at it. All right, guys, hood's done. Now we just got to mask it up, put some tape around the outside and paper, and then tape up our holes so when we flip it over and spray, we don't get any overspray on anything there on that hood. It turned out pretty nice. This stuff's all scuffed, sanded, and ready. It turned out really nice. Front bumper's ready. We are going to, I pulled the plastic off the car and I started masking this side here a little bit just to give you guys a little bit of an idea, kind of how I do it. But yeah, I will try to walk you through the process a little bit more. I've been getting a lot of comments about it, wanting to know more and see more, so that's what we're going to try to do. But anyhow, yeah, I cleaned everything, opened the door up, and taped up all my jams so there can be no overspray anywhere in any of the jams. You don't want overspray. That's bad news. And anything you leave open is a cavity for overspray, or dust. So dust can just fly out of, everywhere, and it'll get right in your paint, and you don't want that. We're trying to minimize, the sanding and buffing here. But we'll go ahead and, here's the back bumper. Turned out pretty slick. It's gonna look good. We'll go ahead and set this tripod up, and you guys can watch me tape up this side, and then I'll finish masking everything else, and we'll get it all ready for paint. We'll be back. All right, guys, before you go tape this up, make sure you've got everything good and clean. Spray it down with wax and grease remover, whatever cleaner you use, but spray it down real good, wipe it, dry it, clean all your edges, and make sure it's ready for paint. Your paint is about 90% prep and 10% paint. So what I'm saying is, the prep is more important than the paint. Almost anybody can lay out paint. So just remember that. Clean, make sure everything's perfect, flawless, straight, your body work, because that stuff shows and it looks ugly. Anyway, I like to use 1.5" tape, and I back tape it on all my edges, just about like this. And I'll push it down real good and, firm on the back. And so about half the tape stick in, about half of it's up. And that'll give you a place to put your paper. So your tape's stuck real good. There's there's nothing going to get past it. Make sure you roll it down here past your edge though, so you're getting the whole fender. But I'm just going to repeat this process all the way down, all the way around. Across the bottom, I'll tape up the jam all the way. And then here, I'll repeat the process, back tape it. And then I'll go ahead and start putting all my paper on. Then I'll roll out my plastic and put it on and tuck it in. So there's no, my plastic don't get stuck to my tape here. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get this going, and I'll be back. All right, guys, that's it. This side's all taped up, done. Looks really nice. I'll have to tape up that there a little bit, but I'll come back and do that after I go to the other side and get all the paper done. I'll go ahead and move this tripod over here and get on this side. All right, guys, we are back. Everything is masked up, plasticed up. I went ahead and wiped everything down with wax and grease remover, and now it needs tacked off with a tack cloth. For my wax and grease remover, I just use it in a spray bottle. Just grab an old empty spray bottle and pour it in there and spray it out and wipe it down with some rags. It works the best. Yeah, so now we'll just grab a tack cloth and tack everything off, and then go ahead and start laying our base. Let's set this tripod up. Alright guys, on my first coat, I always just make sure I cover my bodywork first. All my gray spots, all my primer, and all that. That's the most important thing here. So I'll give everything a nice light dusting, and then go back and hit it again. Alright guys, got the first coat on, just a real light coat to dust over the bodywork. As you can see, you can still see it lightly. We'll go back and put a couple other coats on. One more light one over the bodywork, and then another good coat just to kind of feather it out. We don't want to get any paint back here. The whole goal here is to blend in the hood that he wanted, the front bumper that he wanted, and the fenders, because they had dings, into the doors. So we're trying to keep our collar basically, you know, at least from like here up. So we're just going to barely feather it in back here. We're not actually going to do a full coat. If you do a full coat plumb back to your blend line, your collars will never match. Your new collar and your old faded collar, you can try, but you'll see it 9 times out of 10. Probably like 9.9 times out of 10. But so we're just going to lightly feather that new color back, and we'll bring it back into, you know, here somewhere real lightly. And then when we go to clear it, you won't see it. You won't see any of our repair. You won't see any of you know, the blend or anything. It'll just blend in just like normal. And that's some little tips and tricks I picked up along the way. This here's looking sweet. It's got one nice little coat on it. Everything just got one coat, just a little light dusting. Then we'll go back and put another one on, and after that, after we get all this color sprayed, I guess probably 2 or 3 coats, then I got to go back and shoot this right here, tape this up all the way around, and this part's going to be black, just to match the back section that we painted black the other day. Let's get this thing set back up on a tripod, and we'll go ahead and throw some more paint on it. All right, everything is based. It's done. I've already tacked everything. Looks pretty slick. Nice and straight. All of our bodywork's straight. No more dings. Blend looks good. Didn't really get no paint on my blend over here, so it's should blend pretty good into the rear quarter. Hood's coated good. It's ready for clear. This here, I got it all blacked out. Little something extra my buddy wanted. This to match the back there, but turned out really nice. Love it. It's gonna look sick when it's all put together. Front bumper done. Blacked out his emblem for him. It was the only thing that wasn't black on the front, so had to go. Let's throw some clear on this stuff. Alright guys, we are ready to spray. So we're going to mix up our clear. For now, I'm just going to mix up 2 full quarts, 4 to 1. We'll run this up to the 6. Right there. Alright. Same thing on this one. On up to the 6. There. Alright, now see, I went to the 4 to 1 because that's the mixture on the clear. 4 to 1. Okay, found that on the cup. I want the highest amount I can mix up in this cup. That's the 6. Then we'll run our activator up to this 6 here. That's our 1. So there it is. And same thing on this one. And we're ready. Now we'll go ahead and mix these up. I'll pour one in my gun, mix another one up so I'm ready, because it'll probably take about 3 full cups probably just to get one coat on everything. So that's my guesstimate. We'll see how close I am. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and put this in our gun, set the pressure at 20 psi. That seems to be about the best for me with this stuff. And go to town. Just remember when you're spraying, guys, 50% overlap. So if your pattern comes out here like this, okay, you're only gonna go down 50%. So your top half of your pattern should be overlapping the bottom half of your pattern, okay? And you just keep that motion the whole way. You want to be about, 7-8 inches away, something like that, roughly, give or take. It depends on the day and the temperature and everything, but just a variable. Move it back or forth. But it's better to be a little bit further back and be dry, I guess, than be way up on it and run it off. But let's go ahead and set this up on the tripod and start spraying this stuff. First coat of clear's on. I let the room clear out just a little bit with the exhaust fan. It's looking pretty slick so far. No runs yet. I'm not perfect. I get them every once in a while. Most of the time they sand and buff out. No worries. Nice and slick so far. Not bad for the first coat. Hood's looking dapper. Yeah. Slick stuff. I love that clear. I ended up using 2.5 cups. So this time it'll probably use about the same, 2.5 to 3 cups. Slick. Looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and throw 3 coats on everything. I will set you guys back up on the tripod and get back to it. All right, second coat is on. Let the room clear out a little bit. Came back. It's looking pretty slick, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments. One more coat, so it's only going to get better. if I don't run it all off the side. This side looks killer as well. This last coat, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on pretty slick. I hate sanding and buffing stuff, and I mean I sand and buff everything that leaves here anyway to give it that mirror-like finish, but I hate doing it. So the least I gotta sand, the better. Hood's looking nice. Slick, it's nice and slick. Yeah. So a couple times I've been asked, how do you know when to go ahead and proceed on with the next coat? You know, do you just go right on with it, your second one, your third one, your fourth one, whatever you're putting on? And I mean, the way I know every time 100% that it's ready, wherever I started painting, I can go back over there and right by the paper where you put where you sprayed heavy, if you touch it and your finger sticks but the little stringy things don't come off, and if your finger sticks and the stringy things stick, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Right now it's not doing it, but so as long as it's just tacky but not pulling the stuff off, it's ready. So I'll go over here and something I painted last and see if right here, see it's tacky too. So this is something I painted toward the end of the run, and it's all tacky too, so it's all completely ready for the next coat. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys back up, and we'll get some more paint on this thing. All right, third and final coat is on. A few little pieces of trash here and there, little pieces of dirt nibs you'll see here and there, but all that stuff will buff right out, no problem. You see how slick that is. Yeah, that's what we're going for, boys and girls. If you got any comments, drop them down below. Let me know how it looks. Slick, the whole thing. Tomorrow we will go ahead and start putting it together. We'll get it all together and then we'll come back and sand and buff it, which is very little. I have very little sanding and buffing to do. It laid out that nice. Let me know what you guys think. Slick. Some mirror right there. Look at it. All right, guys. We'll be back tomorrow and put this thing together. All right, guys, we are back. It's the next day, assembly day. We are going to, I guess I should say I already unmasked it all. You can take a look at it. This is no sand and buff yet. It's just the way it laid. And it still needs a little sand and buffing, but it turned out pretty nice. Pretty slick. We're going to go ahead and start the assembly. I've got everything kind of cleared off and moved around a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and bolt this piece here to the front bumper. Real simple. 6 bolts. I already drilled them previously. In my other video you can see that, how I done that. But I'm going to go ahead and put all this together. Bolt it up, put the lights back in, put all the grill pieces back, and and go ahead and get the front bumper up. So let's set this tripod up and you guys can take a look. All right guys, front bumper is assembled. Looks pretty sick. Can't wait to get it on. We'll go ahead and throw the hood latches back in the hood real quick, and then I'll just be waiting for a helping hand to help me throw it on there. We'll be back. All right guys, there you have it. 05 GTO. She's all done. We're going to tomorrow we'll pull it out. It needs a little bit of polishing on it, a few little spots here and there, not much, but I'll go ahead and sand and buff it just a little bit tomorrow, and then we'll pull it out, wash it up, clean it up, and should be ready to go home. He's itching to get it back. He's got his engine and everything already done and ready, so hopefully the next time you guys see it, we'll be driving it around, tearing up some streets. Let me know what you guys think. Looks pretty badass, I think. Beautiful car. Beautiful, beautiful car. That hood's nice. Turned out real nice. Love it. Painted the hinges and or the latches and everything to match. Turned out slick. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right guys, that's all we got for this part of the GTO build. Next time you see it, like I said, he'll have the engine and tranny back in it, and we'll go take it for a spin and see what this thing's made of. If you guys like what you're seeing, make sure you hit that like button, the subscribe button, share. We're planning on doing tons of builds on this channel. I know I still need to go back and finish some of my other ones I've already started, but you know, got to do what I got to do. So thanks for watching, guys.